If Christmas feels stressful for you every year, it may be because you're just missing one simple list. Hello, Christmas Queens. This is Ayana, your Queen of Christmas in July. And today is Wish List Wednesday. Yay! So I want to share with you some of the lists that I use to help make my Christmas really stress free. So I am a list person. I use lists for everything. And if you're a list person like me, you might be do one of the things that I do, which is if I do something that is not on my list for the day, I write it on my list and then cross it off. I don't know why. I just love crossing things off a list. So, what I want to share with you all today, my lovely Christmas queens, is some of the lists that I use to keep myself organized as I'm planning for Christmas. Especially really heavy with these lists, right? In the summer months, July in particular, but also throughout the year, I'm constantly making lists. And it just keeps me organized. It helps me remain stress free and not to forget things. Um, as I'm beginning to plan. So, of course, I got a list right now with me because I don't want to forget some of the lists that I do. So, of course, one of my best and favorite lists for, especially during Christmas in July when I am purchasing a lot of things to prepare for my Christmas season, is, of course, my gift list. You can call it my queen gift list. I write all the names down of all the people that we are going to be giving gifts to as a family for this year. So this is my family and friends, my husband's family and friends, my employees. So I get gifts for my leadership staff and then my teaching staff and my other employees at my school where I lead. I also get gifts for the mailman every year, things for him. I might get there's just a list of people. It could be my hairstylist, and you have all those people that are important to your life that pour into you throughout the year that you just want to give a special gift to. I even have gifts in my closet, and which gives me an idea. I think I'm gonna do a video of my gift closet where if someone comes over unexpectedly for anything and I find out it's their birthday or anything like that, I always have a gift on hand that I can give to them. So I have things in that closet that I replenish gifts to. And of course, y'all, my Chewy, he's my dog. He's laying next to me now. And so he gets Christmas gifts every year too. So I also have a list of the things that I will be giving him. So as I purchase these gifts, I am crossing them off. And so that makes sure that I have everybody covered. I'm not missing anybody. If I think of somebody throughout a day or a week, I can add them onto the list and then make sure to cross them off. And then sometimes you might get entered into different things with different groups that you're with, whether that be like a small group at your church or just any things like that. And you want to get those gifts in as well. I just add those into my list. But I have my main list that I get gifts for every year. I used to buy all of my nieces and nephews a gift as well. And as my brothers and sisters started having more and more children, I have brothers that have 7 kids and more. So I was like, I now just buy a family gift. So I'm going to do a video about how I decide to do that as well. But that would be one of my main lists that I use. Another list that I do is I do a cookie bake. So I used to do a cookie bake every year for my nieces. They would come over. It's a tradition that I started with them when they were very tiny, and I was watching them as their parents went out and prepared for their Christmas. And so they would come over, and I baked cookies with them. And then they had all these cookies to take home right on Christmas Eve. So I continued that tradition they were teenagers, and even on, and we continued that tradition. Is something that my nieces look forward to, and we did that every year. And even during COVID, when we didn't come over, we did a video cookie bake, and everybody shared a recipe, and we did a family Zoom, and we were just baking together, and it was so much fun. So with that being said, in order to prepare for the cookie bake, I do a list. So I list out all the cookies that we are going to make. Of course, they all can contribute. They have to look up a recipe and a cookie that they want to make. And so we have make sure that we have all different types of cookies, so we don't have too much of one type of cookie. So I have some chocolate in there, some chocolate chip, of course, some sugar cookies, and we just do a whole bunch of different things. And we always do our normal cookies that we love, and then we like to add new cookies that we want to try out. So always do that. And then of course, with that being said, I have to then have the shopping list for the cookie bake. So making sure we have enough sugar, butter, all those kinds of things. So that makes my cookie bake go so well. I have never had to go out to the store. I've been out of something at the last minute because I was really prepared with that list of things that we needed for all of the cookies that we're baking. So that's one of my favorite lists to do. We sometimes do a Friendsgiving right before Christmas, after Thanksgiving, or sometimes before Thanksgiving. And I usually have those themed. And so I make a list for that. So, for an example, would be we did a Friendsgiving one year, and the theme was potatoes. So, everything that people brought was potato related. And the favor that I gave everyone was a potato masher. So so for instance, I had sweet potato pies. Um, we had all these things for them to make sweet potato pie parfaits, where and delicious if you've never had that. But of course, we had yams, sweet potatoes, potato salad, um, all the things. Everything was related to potatoes for that meal. Um, it was delicious. So, what is the when you bake the potatoes and you stuff them with all the stuff? So that was our meal. It was all potato based. So I try to do things like that. I like to do things themed. It helps me. It just helps me to to. It's easier for me to plan that way. You do not, of course, you do it how you feel free to do it, but like even one Friendsgiving that I went to was a salad based one, so everybody brought different types of salads, and that's what we did. So that was a great. So for your Friendsgivings, if you're doing those, hosting them, or even going to them, your list will help you to prepare so that you have everything that you're doing, even down to who you're inviting, what your favorite's going to be, if your theme is any of the shopping lists and decor and things that you need for that. All of that is listed. And I check my list multiple times to make sure I have everything. And of course, as I'm out shopping, it also, though, lists really help me not to overspend. I will say this: when I'm going to the store and I have my list, I get what's on my list, and I'm good to go, and I'm out. If I ever go to the store and I do not have a list, I find that I overspend. Number one. Number two, I don't even get all the things that I need, and then I have to go back out. So, waste of time, waste of money. So, lists are my best friends. Another list that I do is my Christmas cards. I love giving Christmas cards. We still give the actual card. I do also create like an online card that we can share digitally with people, and we post that right on Christmas Day, or I might do a Christmas Eve post. But I like to mail cards to people, family and friends, and they love our cards. So I love doing the photo shoot for the cards, coordinating our outfits, all that kind of stuff. Coming up with, I use Shutterfly a lot for our family cards. I like to design them and come up with a theme for that. So, of course, with that being said, I got to make a list for our who's getting the card, what we are wearing, what the theme is, who's taking the picture. There are a few photographers that we use, and we might rotate them out through the year. Where am I going? I have to scope out the sites because we take them in different places. So that's a whole nother list. And then I also do my list for my stocking stuffers. So I have things that I put in the stocking stuffers every time, especially based on. So I have a smaller family. It's just me, my husband, and my dog. We all have stocking stuffings, stockings on our fireplace. But I've had other people live with me throughout the year. So my niece lived with us at one point. She had a stocking. When my parents, my mom is still living with me now, so she'll have a stocking. When my dad was with me, he did hospice in my house before he passed. I had a stocking for him. So we all, like, I get certain things for everybody. So there's always some sweet treats and things that the person likes in those stockings. When I was growing up, our stockings always had a candy cane in it and some fruit. So I do try to do some candy in there and those kinds of things. But I also do like little toiletry things. Um, and so I'll do like chapsticks, lotions, socks, so all kinds of things depending on the person. So I make my list of those types of things so I can make sure I have everybody's stocking stuffers ready to stock the to put them in and ready to go. Um, and then a couple of other lists that I do make. Again, I've already shared where giving to me is a big part of celebrating Christmas. And I truly, truly, I love to give. I've told you guys this. I just love giving gifts. But I also love supporting very important charities and work, especially work that spreads the gospel. So, and we're going to be talking a lot about that on our Giving Tuesdays. But so I will make a list of who we want to support and give our resources to during the holiday season, outside of what we are supporting throughout the year. So there are certain organizations that I give to that I don't that I don't give to throughout the year, or some of them I might, but it's something that traditions that I like to support. So I'll do some extra videos on things like that, like Angel Tree. That's something that I support every Christmas season. And then in my house, which is always there. I have my shopping list. I made I might do a video and show you guys, but I used a window pane that I made into a basically like a dry erase board. I put a backing behind it. I filled it with coffee beans so it smells like coffee. And then I just used like colored markers to write our shopping list on there. So during any given day, every day there's my shopping list there. So if I run out of something or getting close to it, we write it up there so that when I'm doing my shopping, I have exactly what I need to replenish. But during the holidays, I plan my menus on that board. So I will put on the board what I am preparing for dinner, if I'm doing the brunch, if I'm doing breakfast, or if I'm doing my Christmas dinner, any holiday dinner. So I'll put everything that I'm making. And again, as I complete that dish, I cross it off because I love it. It gives me a sense of accomplishment. So I cross off each of the things that I'm preparing. My husband sees the list and he always goes, "Oh my gosh, you're making all of that." Another thing about me, I don't know where I got it from. I think I do know where I got it from. I take that back. Probably my grandmother or my mother. I just like to cook. I love cooking is an act of love. It was an act of love. I love watching my grandmother cook. When I was growing up as a little kid, I love watching and my mom cooking some of the meals that they make. So I just like to cook, and I do make sometimes big meals, and it's way too much for my small family, but I give it to the neighbors and they love it. They request my macaroni and cheese and all that kind of stuff. So it's all good. It goes to it goes to a good place. But I just love making it. So those are just a few of the meals and that I'll do. Like I do the same thing for Easter, for New Year's, all of the meals that I'm making, I always make a list of each dish so that I don't um forget anything. And again, I have all the shopping ingredients and I don't have to run out the store. Oh, I forgot this. Oh, I need some carnation milk. I need this. I need that. It's already done. So when I say that this saves me so much time, it is a rare event that I am doing something, cooking a meal, baking cookies, doing a cart, and I forget something or it's not on the list. And that is only because I'm very strategic about my list. Even my Christmas cards, when people send us cards, I keep those envelopes in place. So if I'm getting a card from somebody or we're getting a card from someone we haven't really received before, we just made a new friendship or something, I could add them to my list. So I always have that list. So question and challenge for you: which one of these lists that I've talked about could be a game changer for you as you are beginning to plan for your Christmas? What are some lists that I did not mention that you use, as well as we create this community of Christmas Queens? We want to learn from each other, glean from each other, so that we can continue to make Christmas not about stress, but about the true meaning of Christmas, and just continue to have so much joy as we plan to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So I want you to guys to put that in chat. What are some lists that you use? Either put in what is one of the lists that you think would be a game changer for you that I shared with you this day, or a list that was not on mine that you do use. Now we are going to have many more wish list Wednesdays to coming up, so I'm going to be sharing a lot more lists, but these are just some of the few that I use that I believe have saved me a lot of time, that have saved me a lot of money, and have saved me from a lot of stress. So thank you so much for sharing this time to me. Please remember to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, Queen of Christmas in July, if you haven't done so already. Remember, queens don't wait until December. They plan with purpose. They give with joy. Please keep that joy, and we celebrate with peace. I love you all. I can't wait until our next video and time to share. I am going to be going live this week for Christmas in July. So I will be sharing some details with that as well. So please stay tuned to either my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Facebook as well. Thank you, Christmas Queens. Love you all. Bye-bye.